Hi Scorpio, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-July 2023 love reading. Thanks to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge in the gap spread. And the way it works is a look at the past, present, and future energies between you and your main life interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight, and that's where the bridge in the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be your friends, and the cards on the left is your energy, and the cards on the right is the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Four of Staves. So this is actually an Aries energy here. Usually points to an energy of expansion, luck, happiness. So it could just be saying that you might have felt like you really wanted to secure this connection with this person in the past. You might have seen a lot of long-term potential between the two of you in the past. For some of you, could be someone you might have met within the workplace as well. All right, past energy on their side. I feel like you might have felt as if their approach was a bit more cold, right? So let's say if you did express those feelings, you might have felt like they didn't reciprocate them, right? They might have just given you a real cold, flat response to you expressing your feelings. Maybe just because this person seemed to be a bit more detached, maybe trying to look at things from more of a strictly logic-based standpoint. And again, like I said, if you guys, let's say, were within the same workplace, maybe that was a concern they had too, where they might have felt like, maybe it's better if we just keep things at a more of a friendship level at this time. All right, present energy on your side, we have tradition. So this is the equivalent of the Hierophant in traditional tarot, which is actually the major arcana card for Taurus, which is your house of relationships. So I'd just be saying that you guys really do, again, like I said, it feels like you feel a really strong pull toward making this a formal, long-standing commitment with this person, but there could be some resistance there. I mean, if we look at the artwork for this particular deck, we see the names Romeo and Juliet on the card, so it could just be something that is pulling this connection back from becoming more formalized. Like I said, maybe for some of you it's a workplace thing, maybe it's a cultural thing for some of you where they, aren't sure if they could pursue that type of connection with you, but it does seem like there's some kind of blockage in the way, but you seem to be persistent in wanting to pursue it. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Hanged Man. So yeah, this is usually a Pisces energy here, and to me this just shows that it looks like for whatever reason this person feels like they can't really put themselves into this connection, right? So here we see it looks like they're chained up with all these locks, so it could just be saying that something's holding them back from making this a more formal commitment. And like I said, for some of you, it might not be the case for all of you, obviously, but let's just say a generic example, since I got the workplace dynamic that came to mind in the beginning. If this is someone who works within the same workplace as you, they might feel the attraction like you do as well. But whereas you might feel like, oh, that's an obstacle that we could overcome, it's not that big of a deal, this person might view it from a different vantage point, right? Like they might really want to stick to the rules, by the book, so they're like, I don't know if we should go that route. All right, future energy on your side, we have power. So more Aries energy here. This is actually the equivalent of the Emperor in traditional tarot. So yeah, again, I see that energy of persistence, right? And just really wanting to push forward with this connection. Now, this does seem to be a slightly better indicator that things could work out in the future. But again, like I said, it looks like there's a real heavy focus on your part to really formalize this commitment. All right, future energy on their side, we have the Queen of Swords. So yeah, this could just be the energy that this person has in general. So even if there isn't a more structured, formal blockage to the connection, like I said, like a workplace thing or a cultural thing, could just be this person just moves really slow in general when it comes to building up toward a commitment. So that could be what it is for some of you too. Maybe you came across as very intense to this person that maybe they're not accustomed to when it comes to those types of connections. So they might have just, been like a deer in headlights as far as not really knowing how to handle the situation. But to me, seeing these swords here just kind of reminds me of the Nine of Swords energy. And then we do see the one sword there pointed toward the cards on that side. So it could just be saying that maybe they really are giving it a lot of thought. But again, like I said, it seems like there's something that they see as an obstacle with the connection that's making them hesitant to pursue it. Whereas you seem like you're just ready to go. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Queen of Staves. So more Aries energy here. So a lot of Aries energy coming through in the spread for you. Now, like I said, for some of you, this could point to a workplace dynamic because for you guys, Aries represents your house of your work, your daily routine. But yeah, if nothing else, I mean, obviously, traditionally, Scorpio is ruled by Mars, just like Aries is. So it could just be pointing to that too, saying that you just really have this passion, this drive to really push forward to get the connection going. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the King of Cups, which interestingly enough is actually a Scorpio energy. So on the one hand, this could just be saying that they really are thinking about you a lot, right? So like I said, it could just be in their mind there's some kind of blockage that's preventing them from pursuing the connection. But if it's not that, it could just be saying, if we think of the Scorpio archetype, sometimes you guys could hold your cards close to your chest too, and not necessarily say, hey, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm thinking. So they might be viewing it as they're more of a feeling it out stage. And of course, obviously, given that this is a Scorpio energy and there's so much Aries energy on this side, for some of you, it might be that this is your energy on the right, and then you might be dealing with someone who's more of an Aries type, who's really just ready to jump in and go after the connection from the start. But that's what I see with that. All right, moving on to your oracle cards. First, we'll see what we get from the messages of oracle cards deck here. Just looking for a single card here. Nope, got one there. All right, and next we'll see what we get from the Wisdom Oracle deck. Same situation, just a single card here. And then we'll wrap the reading up with those messages. All right, and got one there. All right, so we'll take a look at the messages of love card first. Okay, we have unplug. All right, there we go. It says working less will help strengthen your relationship. So interesting to see that message there as well, because for some of you, maybe that's part of what it is, right? Especially seeing the power couple dynamic in the future. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the two of you are just very career driven, right? But whereas you might really want to take things to the next level within the connection, and you might not view it as something that would derail your career goals, this person might be like so singularly focused on career that, it's hard for them to, like, they might view like, oh, if I really jump into this connection, and I might derail things in my career, so it could just be one of those dynamics there. All right. And from the Wisdom Oracle deck, we have No Place Like Home. There's the artwork, and numbers 50. Okay, the relationship message says lovers, friends, and companion animals are at home in your life right now. You are in sync and full of love, and you can be secure in the knowledge that it is reciprocated. Relationships elicit a sense of emotional safety, comfort, and the best aspects of familiarity now. Be home in this relationship. Together you add to the love of the world. So yeah, it's interesting to read that message too, because to me, that message sounds like it's something that would definitely resonate with someone who's in the energy on the left, whereas the energy on the right, like I said, it seems like they're so fixated on something that seems to be distracting them from putting their energy toward disconnection. Ironically, it looks like this message would resonate more for them. But either way, hope that resonated for you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.